News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
News at 5 is brought to you by Patanjali Honey, Yamaha FZS Air5, Lords of the Streets, and Vimal Ilaichi, Bole Zuban Kesari.
Hello and welcome to News at 5. I'm Priyadarshini Medhi and we begin the bulletin with the top focus this evening. Well, voting for the assembly elections to Meghalaya and Nagaland has concluded with a sizable turnout witnessed in both states. The fate of 118 candidates, 59 each in Meghalaya and Nagaland, have been sealed in EVMs and all eyes will be on the D-Day or the result day now on March 2nd. Brisk voting was witnessed across constituencies in Meghalaya and Nagaland early on with candidates among the first voters. In Meghalaya, the electorates decided the fate of 369 candidates, 36 of whom are women, from across 7 parties apart from independents. Voting was held in 3,419 polling stations, of which 640 were designated vulnerable, 323 critical, and 84 both vulnerable and critical. All right, viewers. So, voting for the assembly elections to Meghalaya and Nagaland has concluded with a sizable turnout witnessed in both states. And meanwhile, the fate of 118 candidates, 59 each in Meghalaya and Nagaland, have been sealed in EVMs, and all eyes now will be on the D-Day or the result day on March 2nd. Well, brisk voting was witnessed across constituencies in Meghalaya and Nagaland early on, with candidates among the first voters. In Meghalaya, the electorates decided the fate of 369 candidates, 36 of whom are women, from across seven parties apart from independents. Voting was held in 3,419 polling stations, of which 640 were designated vulnerable, 323 critical, and 84 both vulnerable and critical. All right, more on this. We are being joined live with my colleague, with our correspondent from Kohima, Sarah Konyak. Sarah, the voting has been concluded. So, where are you at this point in time? And can you see, like, are there more people which are left to vote yet? So, what can you see around you?
Well, yes, right now I'm here at the Deputy Commissioner's office, just outside the Deputy Commissioner's office. Voting in 9 Kohima Town AC within the Kohima district have officially come to an end. As of now, there are no polling stations who are casting any vote. This is what we have been informed. And just a while ago, as you can see, the returning officers, the polling officers who were on duty today are returning back with the sealed EVM machines to be kept at the strong room here at the Deputy Commissioner's residence. Just a while back, we saw a few officials transporting the sealed EVM pads to the strong room here at the Deputy Commissioner's office. So yes, voting has officially come to a close at 4 p.m. and there's no voting going on at the moment here in the Kohima district.
Yes, Sarah, please continue.
Right, Pooja. So as you can see, security has been beefed up here at the Deputy Commissioner's office, as well as polling officers will be coming with the sealed EVM machines to be kept in the strong room. So we saw a few polling officers coming and reporting at the Deputy Commissioner's office. We are expecting a lot more in the next few hours of the polling officers to report here at the Deputy Commissioner's office, Priya.
Right, so 75.33% turnout in Nagaland till 3 p.m. So, quite a good number of turnout, isn't it, Sarah?
Absolutely. There are more than 13 lakhs voters who there are more than 13 lakhs voter here in the entire state of Nagaland. And yes, as per the voters turned out, that is 73.22% as at 3 p.m. We can say that that today Nagaland has witnessed a good number of turnout. We're yet to get the final percentage of the voters to now turn out for today's polling. We have been informed that the Chief Electoral Officer, Mr. Shashank, will be addressing the media at 6:30 p.m. with all the details and also the latest voters turnout. Well, we are, as per the situation that we have witnessed in some districts, we have been informed that there are voters, there are people who are demanding for repoll in some particular polling stations. And so we will be getting all the updates of today's from the CEO at 6:30 p.m. while he addresses the press and the media.
Right. So, Sarah, a few pre-poll ballots were reported just few days before the polls, but interestingly, today just one such case were reported. So, by and large, it was a peaceful voting today, isn't it? No such, cases of violence have been reported throughout the day.
Well, absolutely, Priya. We can say that overall, today's polling was very peaceful, except in some districts where some violence has been reported. Major violence was reported from 48 Bhandari Assembly constituency in Akuk village, where gunshots were fired and stone peltings were also reported. We have been informed by our sources that three people have been injured. Two people have been shot on their hand, and one on his back. However, we are not very sure right now how their condition is. But earlier, when we spoke to our sources, they said that they are stable. They are not in any critical condition. So yes, overall, by and large, the poll today was very peaceful, except for some few instances that had happened in some of the polling stations in districts like Wokha and Dimapur.
All right, Sarah Konyak, thank you so much for all those details. So viewers, on your screens, you can see, well, the voting has officially ended. So now the polling officials are heading towards the DC office with sealed EVMs. So the voting has officially ended, and 75.33% turnout reported from the voting percentage from Nagaland, and 63.91 voter turnout in Meghalaya till 3 p.m. So that was my colleague Sarah Konyak reporting from outside the DC office, as the polling officials in Dimapur now they are heading towards the DC office with sealed EVM machines, and no voters. They are casting their vote. Everything is done now. You can see on your screens sealed EVM machines there. The polling officials, they are carrying the sealed EVM machines to the DC office. So now everyone is waiting for the D-Day, the result day, and the results will be out on the 2nd of March. So the fate of 118 candidates, 59 each in Meghalaya, have been sealed in EVMs, and all eyes will be on the D-Day now, the result day on March 2nd. So tight security arrangements are in place, viewers. So there you can see the polling officials. They are carrying the EVMs to the DC office. And meanwhile, so by and large, it was a peaceful voting till now. Not on even. Only one case of violence has been reported in one of the constituencies in Nagaland, where 2 people were injured. But other than that, no such poll-related violence have been reported throughout the day. So by and large, it was a peaceful voting in Nagaland. Just a few days before the polls, there were a few cases of violence were reported. But today, interestingly, none, not even a single, only 2 persons were injured during today. Well, only one such case of violence have been reported in one of the constituencies in Nagaland. And on your screens are the visuals coming in from Nagaland, from outside the DC office. There you can see the polling officials. They are carrying the EVMs, sealed EVMs, in fact, and they will keep the EVMs at the DC office, and everything will. They are waiting for the D-Day on March 2nd, when the results will be out. All right, so on your screens, these are the live visuals coming in from Kohima. There you can see the polling officials. So the voting has officially ended at 4 p.m. So now the polling officials, they are carrying the EVMs at the DC office. And on your screens, these are the live visuals coming in from DC office in Kohima. So 75.33% voter turnout reported in Nagaland. All right, so on your screens, live visuals coming in from Kohima. So voting for the assembly elections to Meghalaya and Nagaland has concluded with a sizable turnout witnessed in both the states, both in Nagaland and Meghalaya. All right, viewers. So now we are being joined by BJP co-convener Northeast Rituraj Sinha over the phone line. So, Mr. Sinha, welcome to Northeast Live. So, polling officially concluded in Meghalaya and Nagaland. So, what is your assessment, especially if we talk in context of Meghalaya, Mr. Sinha?
Well, Meghalaya has made up its mind. They are voting for change. It's apparent from the feedback we are getting from the ground that People want a corruption-free government. People want a dynasty-free government. They want Modi government, central government schemes to reach every household of Meghalaya. And I'm sure that BJP vote share will more than double in this election. And our seat share will be significantly higher in this election.
Yes, so Mr. Sinha, will the BJP be willing to work with the likes of NPP if the situation demands again after the result day?
Well, for now, I think we'll have to wait for 2nd of March to see how things pan out. Obviously, it seems like a fractured mandate. And I'm hoping that BJP will be well into the double digits. And basis the final election result, obviously we'll have to figure out ways and means of working with like-minded parties. But there is no doubt about the fact that control on corruption will be a central theme of the next 5 years of governance. And only BJP is able to ensure that for the people of Meghalaya.
So Mr. Sinha, what is the number of seats that you are looking at as far as the BJP is concerned?
Like I said earlier, basis ground feedback, it is clear that our vote share will more than double. In the 2018 election, 9.5% vote share. It's very likely that BJP vote share in this election will more than double. As regards to seat share, you will appreciate that Meghalaya is witnessing a three-cornered contest. In most seats, there are three parties contesting very closely. It is to be seen what the final number looks like, but I'm pretty sure that BJP will be in the double digits.
All right, Mr. Rituraj Sinha, thank you so much for joining us this evening. All right, now it's time for a very short break stage, and I'll be right back with more news and updates. Stay with us.
মায়ে নিজ হাতেৰে মঠি উলিওৱা ঘিৰ দৰে সুস্বাদু আৰু স্বাস্থ্যসন্মত পতঞ্জলি গাই গৰুৰ দেশী ঘি খাওক নিজৰ পৰিয়ালক ভেজালকৰণৰ বিহৰ পৰা ৰক্ষা কৰক
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
Welcome back. You're watching News at 5. So now let's listen into some of the top players from Meghalaya and Nagaland who spoke to us exclusively today.
Very positive, and the last few weeks, the campaign has been very good. We have been receiving very, very positive response from the people, and we are very confident that we will get the mandate again. Yes, Meghalaya has seen a fractured mandate in the past, but we are seeing a trend this time where people are looking at NPP as the option because of the fact that there is a fractured opposition. There's no strong opposition this time, and people have seen the work that we have done in the last 5 years, and therefore there is a sense that we are inching towards the halfway mark.
We are hoping that NPP and BJP will come back with a massive majority, though the Naga political issue is not resolved. There is a peace in Nagaland. The only thing is that solution could not come. Otherwise, the crime rate has come down drastically. I hope and appeal to the Naga voters also to be peaceful and then vote for the success of democracy.
I have full faith and confidence in the people of the state, and we look forward for their mandate. travel far and wide across the state and connected with the people. You have seen it for yourself. The TMC flag flying high almost everywhere. I don't want to engage in that attitude of holier than thou. But the fact is that the present incumbent government, led by the incumbent chief minister, is neck deep in alleged corruption of unprecedented scale. Which nation which has been corrupt has been able to sustain democracy? Let's look at the political dynamics that will unfold after the mandate of the people, and let's respect the mandate of the people.
The BJP and DPP alliance, they did their best to uproot this regional party, but they could not uproot because this party is the only party which has its root in the Naga soil. Other parties are all, I should say, tourists. They are all tourists. They'll be here. After some time, they'll go away again. Whereas my party will be here for all time to come till the Naga problem is amicably solved.
Honestly, I'm very confident. Not because, I keep on saying, not because of who I am, but I've seen with my own eyes, I've witnessed that there's so much love and support from the people, from women, from youth, from everyone. So I'm really blessed.
Let us cross the bridge because I'm very, very confident we will cross the required number, the magic number, 32, 33 seats. I'm very sure for that. But of course, well, if we have to work together as we did last 5 years, then it's different issue that we will see how to go about it. But I'm very sure this time we will cross the magic number, 32, 33 seats. We are alone. Even other parties, I think they are alone. They don't have any kind of pre-poll alliance or this, that, or understanding. So we don't have that.
I appreciate all the candidates are coming forward to contest the election. I appreciate that. I'm accessible to all the people of my constituency. I'm doing lots of development. So that's why everybody love me. And I don't keep dogs. I don't keep police in my house. So everybody, right from the poor up to the rich people, they can come meet me personally, face to face. They can address their problem and grievances.
We're a very small state with very small electorates. My electorate is about 25,000 plus. Practically, I know everyone. So, party ideology hasn't been there because people of the state of Meghalaya are not fanatic party supporters. They're not, they're not cadre based, die-hard, strong, cadre based supporters. So, usually they support the candidate.
First poll scenario is a fracture mandate, purely a fracture mandate, and nobody is going to get majority. They'll be far away from the majority. So we have to go for coalitions. So we'll have with like-minded political parties to work together. But this is very sure and definitely without BJP, nobody can form government. So BJP-led government will be in the state of Meghalaya.
Let the people decide. Let the people decide.
Do you feel that the high decibel, campaigning and rallies that have happened so far by the TMC, would that turn into vote catches ultimately?
That is a part of a strategy. Whether it's a vote catcher or not, like I said, the people of the state will decide.
All right, viewers. So now I'm being joined live with my colleague Aaron Lindorf from Shillong. So, Aaron, the voting has officially ended at 4 p.m. So, where are you at this point in time? Are the polling officials heading towards the DC office with EVM machines? What can you see around you, Aaron?
Right, Priya, you rightly mentioned there. Well, voting has officially ended at 4 o'clock. However, there are still polling stations that have people and voters around. So that will be completed first. And then the team will head back to where I am right now, which is Polo Grounds, where your strong room is. So right now, I just want to, Atul, to pan the camera at where we are right now. Initially, just yesterday, this place was jam-packed. There was a lot of madness, but there was method to the madness. But now, as you can see, the entire place is all quiet and empty. This is where we have your security intact. All the personnel are right here on location. What is important is that cars are not allowed. Nobody is allowed here except for the police personnel, the officials, the polling officials, and of course the press. So in any minute from now, the EVMs will arrive here at Polo Grounds, where they will be kept obviously at the strong rooms. I'll take you inside right now just so you have a little bit of an idea. Not that there are a lot of people, like I said. All the teams are still probably at the polling stations. They will arrive anytime soon. So all of that we will get you firsthand. But for now, it's just a quiet place, just waiting for the.
All right, viewers. So we have. All right, so we have lost a connection with Arun, so due to poor network issues. But let me tell our viewers here that our team is right there in both in Nagaland and Meghalaya to give us minute-to-minute updates. Well, Northeast Live is the only channel that is covering the Nagaland, Tripura, and Meghalaya elections so extensively. So the voting has officially ended at 4 p.m. So 75.33% turnout recorded in Nagaland till 3 p.m. and 63.91% turnout recorded in Meghalaya till 3 p.m. So final figures are yet to come out. But the polling officials that you can see on your screens right now, the polling officials, they are heading to the strong room or the DC office with their sealed EVMs. So everyone is waiting for the result day, which is on the 2nd of March. So there you can see the polling officials after a hectic polling day today. Now they are heading towards the DC office, and the visuals that you can see right now on your screens are from Dimapur, are from Kohima. So Kohima DC office, you can see on your screen. So, everybody, all the polling officials now they are heading towards the strong room or the DC office. So the polling officials, after a hectic day today, now they will be submitting their sealed EVM machines at the DC office, and the counting of votes will take place on the 2nd of March. So, as per my colleague Sarah Konyak said that the election of commissioner he will address the media at 6:30 p.m. to give us all the details regarding the voting day in Nagaland today. All right, and now I'm being joined with my colleague Chiben Kumung. Chiben, the voting has officially ended. So, where are you at this point in time? What are you seeing around you? Are the polling officials with the EVM machines now?
Yes, exactly, Priya. The polling is officially closed now. And right now, I'm here with my cameraman at the Deputy Commissioner's office, Dimapur. This is the strong room, and all the polling officers, all the presiding officers, and the in charges, they are submitting their EVMs and whatever is necessary to be submitted at the strong room right now. And yes, Priya, I would also like to mention that before they submit the EVMs and all those documents, they are, many of the teams are here. They are ensuring, they are re-verifying, they are going through it again to ensure that it is error-free. So right now, that is taking place right now. We have all Dimapur 1, 2, 3, and all the polling stations under Dimapur 1, 2, 3, wherever votes were cast today. All of them, they have brought the EVMs, or to put it in the right way, they are bringing their EVMs now. Some of them have already brought, and those far-flung polling stations, they are yet to reach here, but they shall reach any moment now, and the process already began. And also, this is to mention that this submission of the EVMs is being done amid high security at the moment. Priya.
Right. Tell us about the security arrangements outside the strong room.
Well, Priya, the security arrangement is always, very tight. It's top notch. We cannot, we cannot deny that the security arrangement has been one of the best done so far in the history of Nagaland assembly elections. So it is also, even the public, even the voters, they have appreciated the security arrangement, the soldiers, those who have come from outside, the Nagaland police, those who are from here as well. So the public, the overall state of Nagaland really appreciates the security arrangement that is being done. And also, yes, even right now as we speak, the security is very tight here, because this is the final moment. We started the day at 6 in the morning, and the day is ending amidst high security. So even right now, there is no lack in the security. They are not thinking that the day is done, so we don't need. No, there's nothing like that. They are still very much active in their duty, and all the security personnel, they are giving their best until now, and they shall continue to give their best.
Right. Chipan, at what time will the polling officials reach the strong room? Any updates, estimated time, expected time? At what time will they reach the strong room?
Well, Priya, right now we do not exactly know, but I believe that some of them are already here.
So can you
Yes, I believe that some of them are exactly, they are already here. We are not actually allowed inside, but we shall try to catch up with them.
Yes,
if they
please
allow us
pan
to.
the
But
camera and
again,
show the
about that, we are not
atmosphere
very sure,
there
but we shall
outside
definitely
the
try to do that.
strong room, Chipan.
Priya, can you please come back again?
Yeah, can you please ask your video journalist to pan the camera and show us the atmosphere? As you already said, that few of the polling officials, they have already reached the strong room. So please ask your video journalist to pan the camera and show us the atmosphere out there outside the strong room.
Absolutely. So I will tell my video journalists to pan the camera towards there and show them the process that is happening inside at the moment. So in the meantime, I will just help my video journalists with, with the device here. So yes. So here it is. We are going inside, and the officials, they are already verifying. Yeah, so Priya, this is the situation here right now. So much of verification going on right now. Everyone is doing their best to ensure that there is, no error. In fact, to ensure that it is error free. So verification is being done. They are going through again and again, asking the polling officials.
So you can see, viewers, on your screens, these are the live visuals coming in from outside the strong room. There you can see the polling officials. They are with their sealed EVMs, and they are now going through some procedures, and they are all waiting for the D-Day. And my colleague Chipen Kubung is right there outside the DC office in Dimapur. So thank you so much, Chipen, for all those details. And with that, we take a very short break. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with more news and updates. Stay with us.
দেশৰ প্ৰতিখন ঘৰেই মোৰ পৰিয়াল আৰু মোৰ প্ৰতিজ্ঞা হ'ল প্ৰতিখন ঘৰলৈ 100% বিশুদ্ধ সামগ্ৰী যোগান ধৰাটো পতঞ্জলি গৰুৰ ঘি কচ্চি ঘানি সৰিয়হৰ তেল মছলা কেশৰ আটা ডালি তথা চাউল আদি সকলো সামগ্ৰী পতঞ্জলিৰে ঘৰলৈ আনিব নিজৰ মৰমৰ শিশুটো আৰু পৰিয়ালক ভেজালকৰণৰ বিহৰ পৰা ৰক্ষা কৰক
গৰম গৰম ৰুটি ৰেডি এই ৰুটিনো কি এডভান্টেজ আছে আশীৰ্বাদ আটাৰে তৈয়াৰী ইয়াত 4টা এডভান্টেজ আছে আশীৰ্বাদে 6500 আৰু অধিক বাছনি কেন্দ্ৰৰ পৰা কেহু বাছি লয় 3বাৰ টন্নকৈ সাফা কৰে হাতেৰে স্পৰ্শ নকৰাকৈ স্বাস্থ্যবিধি সন্মত পেকেজিং কৰে প্ৰয়োজনীয় পৰিপুষ্টি লাভ কৰে আশীৰ্বাদ এডভান্টেজ প্ৰতিদিন
from ITC. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime every day at 7 p.m.
Welcome back. You're watching News at 5, and now let's listen into some reactions from candidates in Meghalaya.
And the last few weeks, the campaign has been very good. We have been receiving very, very positive response from the people, and we are very confident that.
Okay, I'm now being joined by Mr. Mohendra Rapsang, NPP candidate for West Shillong. He has just cast his vote a short while back. Mr. Rapsang, you have cast your vote. The ink is on your finger, as you can see. So, yeah, how confident are you? How are you feeling today?
I'm confident because for the last 5 years I've been with the people. I've been working in my constituency with the people as a capacity of an MLA, and then most of the people are with me. So I'm comfortable in that.
Mr. Rapsang, you're one of the major faces of NPP in Shillong. If we talk about if we talk about the overall scenario, this time NPP is facing not just challenge from the Congress, but there's also the TMC. There's also its allies like the BJP and the UDP who are also going solo in this election. How much of a pressure is the NPP under in the face of such stiff competition as a candidate? Or what do you have to say?
You see, in every election, there are a lot of pressures, not only from one party, but from all the party. Especially when we NPP, we are strong. We have a strong candidate, and the people are expecting that all the 7 seats in Shillong, we are fighting this constituency, and we are neck to neck with every political party. But I'm sure that people understand, and they will choose the NPP as the next government.
This time, trends are finding it really hard to predict which party is going to come out as the single largest party. Last time, even though if NPP made the government, it was actually the Congress which was the single largest party. Is NPP aiming to be the single largest party this time?
Yes, it's a fact that NPP will be the single largest party in this election this time, and they're going to form the government. We are going to cross 32 seats.
Okay, so 32 seats. You have made a minimum mark for your party then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, then, Mr. Apsang. That was Mr. Mahendra Apsang, NPP candidate for West Shillong, speaking exclusively to Northeast Live.
Miss Angela Rangat, once again, welcome to Northeast Live.
Thank you.
So, you know what? Comes debut in the world of politics here in Meghalaya. I feel it's commendable and very bold. Are you happy with your whatever you've done till now in terms of you reaching out to the voters? How happy are you?
I think we've worked very hard. We've given it our best shot and without compromising our principles and values. So I think we're very, very happy with our effort. I think South Shillong needs an alternative, and Meghalaya also needs an alternative. And as Come Meghalaya, we offer that alternative. The kind of politics we are trying to replace, which is a politics of fear, a politics of muscle and money power, trying to replace that with the people's politics and to ensure greater participation, to ensure inclusive development for all.
And I want to draw your attention to the fact that this time around we have 36 female candidates contesting the elections.
It's okay, it can be better. And also, I think it's very important that it's not just the numbers, right? But there should be people who have a voice, who have agency at that level, because I think it should no longer be a time when women also just get used as tokens.
Right. So, win or lose, will you continue to advocate the cause of, clean politics and corruption-free government?
Definitely. For us, this is just a continuation of the 20 years of activism, and nothing will stop us. Win or lose, we will continue to fight for social justice.
Miss Angela, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
So much. Thank you.
बहुत अच्छा बहुत अच्छा पूरी पूरी उम्मीद है कि मैं जीत रहा हूँ मुझे एक भी नहीं लगता कि कोई भी पुलिस में वीक है हर पुलिस स्टेशन में मैं जीतने जा रहा हूँ
All right, viewers, so I'm once again being connected with my colleague Aaron Lindor from Shillong. So Aaron, yes, you're outside the strong room. Yes, please continue.
Yes, Priya. So we are at Polo Grounds where the strong room is located. So just now we heard the official announcement that the first batch of EVMs will arrive shortly. So if we talk about those EVMs, I would imagine that those EVMs would be from areas which are closer by to Polo Grounds, which would be your North Shillong and East Shillong, which are very close to this area. So at the moment we're live, and I'll take Atul also inside with me because all the EVMs will be reaching here and they will be received by the receiving officers. So every polling booth here has been every stall has been branded nicely with you have here your unpolled EVMs. All of them will come. So the first batch will reach here any minute now. So like I said, those EVMs which are these EVMs which we closer to Polo Grounds, which would be East Shillong and of course North Shillong. Those are the EVMs that would arrive anytime shortly now. That would be the first batch of EVMs that would come. That is according to the official announcement that we just heard. And also, Priya, I just want to walk you through some of the highlights of the entire day today that we went. So everything started off smoothly at 7 o'clock in the morning. Everybody turned up, young women, old people. And we talking about people at a certain age of 70, 80. They all showed up with a lot of enthusiasm to cast their vote at polling stations. We spoke to all of them. We spoke to the candidates, and the candidates did exude confidence that they will actually, win it all this time. Some of them are still apprehensive about what the outcome would be. However, at the end of the day, they all seem to be relaxed. They're all waiting for a mandate which is better than 2018. And if we talk a little bit about people, people know what they want. So it's going to be very interesting, despite the he said, she said situation that we saw before the elections. And then what happened with parties jump shipping from one party to the other, and all of that will not matter anymore, because at the end of the day, the voters will have the decision. They will have the last word, and they are the ones who will actually decide on who will be the next government and whose time is up. Priya.
Right. So you have spoke to many of the key candidates today. Well, everyone they exuded confidence that they'll put up a good show this election. So Aaron, we also the role of regional parties can't be avoided. They will also be a factor this election.
Yes, interesting. Because Priya, regional parties here in Meghalaya they are actually key players, I must say, because at the end of the day, when you look at two parties in particular, the VPP and the other one, which is Come Meghalaya,
Yeah.
led by member founder Angela Rangat. So these parties, even though their reach might be a little bit questionable at the moment, but they winning one or two seats, that will make a lot of difference. But that is one side of it, because like I said, we have two big national parties, the BJP and the Congress. We have a regional party, which is the TMC, and then we have Meghalaya based parties. So but then we have to understand that we heard a lot that the BJP is saying that nobody can form the government without the BJP.
Right,
So
right.
it's going to be very interesting, because right now it's just too early for us to tell you that which way the pendulum will swing, because until and unless we wait for the day, which is the 2nd of March, and like I said, the decision is in the hands of the voters. They have decided, they've gone out, they've stepped out of the house today to cast their vote, exercise their franchise. So they will have the last word. They will decide who will be the kingmaker, who will be king or queen, and that we'll come to know on the 2nd for sure. Priya.
Aaron, when will the CEO address the media regarding today's poll? When will the final figures be out? Any information or anything on that?
Right. So I've been in touch with the CEO myself. So the latest information from him is the fact that 63.57%, if I'm correct, is the figure that we have right now on your polling percentage till 3 p.m. at least. So they will have a press conference at precisely 7 o'clock. So
Okay.
any minute now, the CEO will address the press. So he will actually give you the exact facts and figures in terms of the polling percentage, in terms of if there's any untoward incident, etc., etc.
All right, Aaron Lindau, thank you so much for all those details. Meanwhile, in Meghalaya, Scout and Guides volunteers helped the senior citizens and PWD to exercise their franchise at polling stations today. It may be mentioned that participation of the elderly and PWD voters is an inspiration for all and especially young voters. And on the other hand, Scout and Guide help, women also did their part. Self-help group women also did their part in ensuring that no voter is left behind by taking care of children at women polling stations while their mothers cast their votes on the polling day in Meghalaya. And in a bid to make polling accessible to everyone, the Election Commission set up a temporary polling station at the Leprosy Center in Nagpur. And time for another short break. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
শিশুৱে সাধাৰণতে গাখীৰ নাখায় সেয়ে ভাৰতত প্ৰথমবাৰৰ বাবে আমি গৰুৰ গাখীৰৰ পৰা প্ৰস্তুত কৰিছো পতঞ্জলি দুধ বিস্কিট আৰু সেয়াও ময়দা কোলেষ্ট্ৰল আৰু ট্ৰান্স ফেট ৰহিত পতঞ্জলি দুধ বিস্কিটৰ এটা পেকেটত আছে 1 কাপ পৰিমাণৰ গৰুৰ গাখীৰৰ স্বাস্থ্যকৰ সোৱাদ
গৰম গৰম ৰুটি ৰেডি এই ৰুটিনো কি এডভান্টেজ আছে আশীৰ্বাদ আটাৰে তৈয়াৰী ইয়াত 4টা এডভান্টেজ আছে আশীৰ্বাদে 6500 আৰু অধিক বাছনি কেন্দ্ৰৰ পৰা কেহু বাছি লয় 3বাৰ টন্নকৈ সাফা কৰে হাতেৰে স্পৰ্শ নকৰাকৈ স্বাস্থ্য বিধি সন্মত পেকেজিং কৰে প্ৰয়োজনীয় পৰিপুষ্টি লাভ কৰে আশীৰ্বাদ এডভান্টেজ প্ৰতিদিন
প্ৰমাইটিছে দেশৰ প্ৰতিখন ঘৰেই মোৰ পৰিয়াল আৰু মোৰ প্ৰতিজ্ঞা হ'ল প্ৰতিখন ঘৰলৈ 100% বিশুদ্ধ সামগ্ৰী যোগান ধৰাটো পতঞ্জলি গৰুৰ ঘি কচ্চি ঘানি সৰিয়হৰ তেল মছলা কেশৰ আটা ডালি তথা চাউল আদি সকলো সামগ্ৰী পতঞ্জলিৰে ঘৰলৈ আনিব নিজৰ মৰমৰ শিশুটো আৰু পৰিয়ালক ভেজালকৰণৰ বিহৰ পৰা ৰক্ষা
Welcome back. You're watching news at 5 and moving on now. Well, the noted writer and academician Dr. Shrutimala Dwara is no more. Shrutimala Dwara passed away today after a brief illness. Having served as the associate professor and head of the English department of the Handicrafts College in Guwahati, Professor Dwara received the prestigious Woman of the Year award by the International Human Rights Council Assam chapter in 2016. She was also honored with the Nari Shakti Award by the Lions Club in 2015. Some of the popular novels authored by Professor Dwara include Traveling with Dreams, Maya's Party, and Ashes in the Sea, among others. In November last year, Professor Dwara's latest book titled My Journey Through Cancer was released by the Northeast Writers Forum in November last year. And I wanted the big story from Assam. Well, prime accused in the Guwahati double murder case, Bandana Kalita and her accomplices Arup Deka and Dhonti Deka have been remanded to another 4-day police custody. Well, the trio was produced in the court today following the completion of their police remand. Meanwhile, in a shocking turn of events, Bandana has reportedly tried to prove herself innocent in her latest confession. Bandana said that she did not want to actually kill her husband in what is now being seen as a strategy to disrupt police proceedings. On the other hand, the two accomplices, Arup Deka and Dhonti Deka, stated that they were not aware of Bandana's alleged plan to murder her mother-in-law and husband. Both admitted that they were only offering help as sought by Bandana. Moving on now. A pall of gloom has descended on the St. John's Higher Secondary School in Assam's Boroma following the tragic death of principal and Catholic priest Father Matthew Das and 5 others on Sunday. The father and 3 nuns who were among the 6 deceased were killed on the spot in Meghalaya's Nongpo area after a truck carrying cement jumped the divider and rammed the vehicle they were traveling in. The vehicle was reportedly en route to Long from Boroma. Meanwhile, the annual exams of the school have also been halted following the tragic incident.
Live video. Now Durghotna live video. Hey Sak. Durghotna. Durghotna keneke hoy? Keneke Sak. Hey, Durghotna, now Durghotna. Hey bhai, now Durghotna hoy gol eta. Durghotna hoy Sak. Live video. Now Durghotna live video. Hey Sak. Durghotna.
All right, and some other stories now. Well, the first ever Bodoland International Knowledge Festival kicked off today at the Bodoland University in Kokrajhar. The 4-day event is being held with an aim to promote knowledge exchange, solution sharing, and partnership building for achieving social development priorities as well as key sustainable development goals in the region. Notably, the program is being hosted by the Bodoland University in collaboration with the BTR administration. Well, some of the leading personalities were the key speakers in the event. Amongst them were Nobel laureate Professor Muhammad Yunus from Bangladesh, who shed light on many important aspects.
In 1971, 16 December, Bangladesh became independent country. What a celebration after all these terrible things that happened to the country. I immediately resigned from my job at the university that I was teaching. I said, I'm going home. And I came back and started teaching in Chittagong University. The excitement, liberation, new independence. Today's young generation is not the same old generation, say 50 years back. Today's young generation is not Bodoland young generation. They're global young generation. They look like the same, but materially they're very different. They have the technology in their hand, they can connect whole world right there. So that have to be encouraged, that you take charge and do things in a way. And as I was explaining, turn them into entrepreneurs, not job seekers. Job is a small thing. They're too big for that. So turn them into entrepreneurs, they will do miracles. They will change everything.
And so do you think these festivals like this will encourage maybe trade, economy and exchange of knowledge between the two countries?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just I keep saying that we should make an annual thing so that in 1 year we have the festival and another year you get the festival. So that we see each other. Today we don't see each other. It's not that we are not coming to India. We go to every single city of India, but never in this region. But this is at the closest because never happened. So I said, open that door so that we learn from each other. We see the experiences and so on. Our young people visiting your young people and vice versa. And so on. So that transforms. When you see each other, it's something comes into your mind. What you want to do, what you want to be proud of yourself, that you have done something.
Besides actor Vivek Oberoi, who attended the inaugural day of the first Bodoland International Knowledge Festival in Assam. Oberoi emphasized the rich culture of the Bodo community and stated that such events will promote the tourism sector in the region.
प्रमोद दा बहुत बार पूछ रहे थे कि आपको आना है एक बार बोडोलैंड, बहुत सुंदर जगह है, एक दिन यहाँ फैमिली के साथ आइए, छुट्टी मनाने आइए या शूटिंग करने आइए। तो मैंने उनको बहुत समय पहले प्रॉमिस किया था क्योंकि मैंने बोडोलैंड सिर्फ फोटोज में देखा था एंड जब मैं स्कूल में था तब आपका जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है वो तब शुरू हुआ। तो तभी हमको लगता था कि बहुत डेंजरस जगह है बोडोलैंड, वहाँ कैसे जाएंगे, प्रॉब्लम आएगी, जाएंगे तो वापस कैसे आएंगे, यू नो दोज काइंड ऑफ थॉट्स। बट आज मेरा आने का ये मकसद है कि मेरे जैसे लोगों के माध्यम से हम पूरे विश्व में एक मैसेज भेजें कि यहाँ कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नहीं है। यहाँ पे प्रमोद दा जैसे लोगों के मेहनत की वजह से, मोदी जी के एक पॉजिटिव आउटलुक की वजह से कि कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रेजोल्यूशन करना है, तो ये मेहनत आज रंग लाई है। यहाँ पे जीरो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन है, यहाँ पे कोई झगड़ा नहीं है, यहाँ पे अब टूरिज्म को बूस्ट है, यहाँ पे अभी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए बूस्ट है। मैं बता रहा था इनको कि यहाँ के रोड जो हैं कुछ जिससे मैं गुवाहाटी से आया हूँ, वो रोड मुझे मुंबई के रोड से ज्यादा अच्छे लगते हैं। तो इट्स आई फील इट्स अ गोल्डन टाइम फॉर बोडोलैंड। बस अब यूथ के ऊपर है। मुझे लगता है कि ज्यादा पॉलिटिकल थॉट प्रोसेस ना रखते हुए, क्योंकि हमको झगड़ने की आदत पड़ जाती है कभी कभी, इट बिकम्स नेचर। अब पॉजिटिव थॉट प्रोसेस ऑफ सॉल्यूशन क्रिएशन एंड टेक द वॉइस ऑफ बोडोलैंड टू द वर्ल्ड। यहाँ का आर्ट, यहाँ का कल्चर, यहाँ के इतने टैलेंटेड सिंगर्स, डांसर्स, यहाँ के मैं इनको कह रहा था कि आई वांट टू मीट द लोकल फिल्म इंडस्ट्री आल्सो एंड गिव देम व्हाटएवर एडवाइस आई कैन गिव देम टू से यू नो दिस इज हाउ यू शुड ग्रो योर फिल्म इंडस्ट्री। तो ये सारी चीजें, ये जो टैलेंट है, इट्स टाइम फॉर द वर्ल्ड टू सी द टैलेंट ऑफ बोडोलैंड शाइन। बहुत नेचर से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं। अभी भी इनके जो जड़ हैं, बोडो लोगों के रूट्स जो हैं वो ट्री के रूट्स की तरह आज भी अर्थ से जुड़े हुए हैं। तो जो भी टूरिज्म यहाँ होगा वो सस्टेनेबल होगा, इको फ्रेंडली होगा और बहुत पॉजिटिव होगा।
It may be mentioned here that over 1,000 attendees from different parts of the country, as well as international delegates from over 10 countries, are participating in the festival. Participants comprise of students, academicians, researchers, government officials, politicians, entrepreneurs, and farmers, among others, are attending. BTR Chief Pramod Boro had earlier said the goal of the festival is to establish BTR as a destination for education, knowledge sharing, and tourism, while at the same time keep up with the rest of the world.
Bodo Peace Accord 2020 paved the way for us to envisage a peaceful, green, and smart Bodoland in the light of need for peace, happiness, and holistic development, revitalization of social, political, economic, infrastructure, psychological, and spiritual dimension in our society, sustainable peace, psychologically healing and well-being of all, green and smart Bodoland, communal harmony and peaceful coexistence, last mile delivery of social development services, making BTR 24/7 livelihood and income generation for all, post-conflict reconciliation and reintegration, quality education, skill and employment generation of our youths. Today, I am extremely delighted that you have graced the Bodoland International Knowledge Festival. We require your insights and wisdom to move ahead in all aspects, social, political, and economic. We believe that all of us together will be able to improve the lives of 3.5 million people of Bodoland Territorial Region. We have gone through so much of pain and misery in the past. I believe that God has given us two very powerful assets, the mind and heart. I feel that human brain and heart guided the human beings through the vicissitudes of time since ages. Whenever there has been an integration of the mind and heart, miraculous, joyful, and happiness, things happen for the humankind.
Well, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma, Union Minister of State for Education and External Affairs R.K. Ranjan Singh, Assam Assembly Speaker Biswajit Doimari, and Vice Chancellors of 5 different universities of Assam are also attending the event.
The Borland University is organizing the first ever Borland International Knowledge Festival with the support and the help of the Borland Territorial Region. Today, during the inaugural session was graced by Nobel laureate Professor Mohammad Yunus. With him were other eminent personalities, including actor and filmmaker Vivek Oberoi and educator and innovator Sonam Manchuk, who were among the attendees today. And over the course of these 4 days, the festival will witness exchange of ideas between speakers and resource personalities who will be exchanging their ideas with the attendees, including students, parents, farmers, and other educators. This is Lenio Krishna reporting from Kokrajhar for Northeast Live.
Well, news and updates continuing on Northeast Live. Stay tuned for more news. Thanks for watching.
কোলেষ্ট্ৰল, মেদবহুলতা আৰু মধুমেহ ৰোগীৰ বাবে সৰ্বশ্ৰেষ্ঠ হৈছে পতঞ্জলি ফিজিকেলি ৰিফাইন্ড ৰাইচ ব্ৰেন অইল আৰু কচ্চি ঘানি বিশুদ্ধ সৰিয়হ তেল।
এই ফূৰ্তি হ'ল মুন্নিৰ 1000 দিন পূৰ্ণ হোৱাৰ। এনে আনন্দৰ মুহূৰ্তত মনত ৰাখিব লগা কথা কি হয়? হয়, গৰ্ভত পাৰ হোৱা 9 মাহ আৰু প্ৰথম 2টা বছৰ হ'ল শিশুৰ বাবে অত্যন্ত গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ। সেই কাৰণে শিশুক খুব মৰম কৰক, তাৰ লগত খেলক, কাহিনী শুনাওক, গান গাওক, কিন্তু তাৰ আগত পৰাপক্ষত খং নকৰিব আৰু উদাস নহ'ব। কিয়নো শিশুৰ 80% মানসিক বিকাশ হয় এই প্ৰথম 1000 দিনতে। আৰে মই অলপ কি আঁতৰিলো কেক চাফা, দিয়া মোকো দিয়া। পালন 1000 আৰম্ভণি সুখময় যদি জীৱন সফল।
মায়ে নিজ হাতেৰে মঠি উলিওৱা ঘিৰ দৰে সুস্বাদু আৰু স্বাস্থ্যসন্মত পতঞ্জলি গাই গৰুৰ দেশী ঘি খাওক, নিজৰ পৰিয়ালক ভেজালকৰণৰ বিহৰ পৰা ৰক্ষা কৰক।
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
Samachar Northeast is brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 4V Series, Oil India Limited, Vimal Ilaichi, Bole Zuban Kesari, Patanjali Chyawanprash, Yamaha FZS F5, Lords of the Streets, and